China's RISC-V and the chip war. As Trump's new waves of tariff reignite tension between US and China, a different kind of war is quietly unfolding behind the scenes, one that could define the future of global power, the chip war. And just when the US is tightening its grip on advanced chip tech, China makes a bold move, launching its very own RISC-V open source chip, completely free from US control. This isn't just about semiconductors. It's about sovereignty, supply chain, and survival in a world being redrawn by tech and tariffs. Let's break it down. It's your public tech advisor. Let's get you up to date. So, what is the chip war? In simple terms, the chip war is the global race to control technology that powers our digital world. Chips, also called semiconductors or microprocessors, are inside everything: your phone, your laptop, your car, even fighter jet and satellites. Whoever controls chip technology controls a big part of the future, economically, militarily, and politically. Right now, the United States leads in designing most advanced chips. Companies like Intel, Nvidia, and AMD dominate chip design, but manufacturing is led by TSMC in Taiwan, a tiny island at the center of a huge global tension.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, that's a commitment we made.
The United States is building up its military presence in the region and is practicing how to sink Chinese ships.
China will surely be reunified.
China depends on both US tech and Taiwan's factory for its chip, and the US has started cutting off China's access to the latest chip-making machines and design. That's the war. China doesn't want to be caught depending anymore. This is where RISC-V comes in. So what is RISC-V? RISC-V, pronounced RISC-V, is a type of chip instruction set architecture, or ISA. Think of it like a language that tells a chip how to behave. Your smartphone, for example, might run on chips using ARM or x86 architecture, but those are closed proprietary technology. You have to pay to use them, and they are often controlled by companies in the US or UK. RISC-V is different. It's open source, which means anyone, yes, even you, can use it, modify it, and build chips on top of it without paying licensing fees. This makes it perfect for countries like China that want to reduce dependency on foreign technology. What China just did? China just announced a major milestone: the development of its own domestically made RISC-V chips, built completely outside the control of US companies. This isn't about cost, it's about sovereignty. These chips can be used in phones, electric vehicles, AI servers, and even military equipment, with zero reliance on American or Western technologies. China is already investing billions into RISC-V startups, talent development, and supply chains. It's building its own ecosystem, step by step. So what this means globally? China's RISC-V moves isn't happening in isolation. Other countries are watching and following. India has its own RISC-V program called Digital India RISC-V. Europe is exploring RISC-V for building processors free from American or Chinese control. Even Russia, under heavy sanction, is considering RISC-V as a path to technology independence. This could lead to a future where we no longer have one global chip standard, but several competing tech ecosystems built around different values and alliances. The bigger picture. Think of it like this. The last time the world split this sharply on tech standard, we've got VHS versus Betamax, Android versus iOS. Now it's playing out with chips, and the stakes are even far higher. RISC-V gives country a way to break free from dominant players, but it also risks fragmenting the global technology supply chain even further. This isn't a China story. It's a glimpse into the future of global power and who controls the engines behind our digital lives.
Already
90.
And in the end, I think what's going to happen is we're going to have great deals. And by the way, if we don't have a deal with a company or a country, we're going to set the tariff. We just set the tariff. It's something that we think
That the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out of the China market, be my guest. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived.
Now, my thoughts. You see, Trump tariffs may be aimed at trade, but China is playing a longer game, securing the tech stack beneath an entire digital future. With RISC-V, China is building chips that the US can't ban, can't restrict, or tax. It's not just fighting back, it's opting out. And as more countries look for alternatives in an increasingly polarized tech world, open hardware like RISC-V might just become the neutral ground in a war that no one can afford to lose. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow for more stories where technology meets geopolitics. It's your public tech advisor, simplifying the tech that's shaping our world. Thank you for watching. Until the next one. Cheers.